Good morning, everybody. It is 8 a.m. on December 28th, 2018, and it is the last Friday of the year, guys, so make sure to have a good time. This is a reminder to follow your rules and trade your plan. We'll begin today going over the morning trade plan library, as we do every day in the Major League Trading trade room. Economic reports before the bell at 9:45 a.m. Chicago PMI at 10 a.m. pending home sales. 10:30 the natural gas report, and 11 a.m. crude oil inventories. At 1 p.m. we'll have the Baker Hughes rig count. The trend biases of the prior day: ES is bullish, Nasdaq was neutral, Dow was bullish. And is anybody in here? Hold on, I think I might have forgot to share the link. Oh, should be some. Okay, there's people in here. Prior day, ES bullish, Nasdaq neutral, Dow bullish, Russell neutral. Overnight bullish in all four indexes. The shorter term time frame, mid-term time frame, and longer time frame, guys, still do remain bearish here. So no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We definitely are bearish on all four time frames. Now, there is some things highlighted here for next month that is going to be pretty important for earnings events as we kick off the earnings. So just pay attention to that coming up. It's not necessarily something you need to know right now, but really kicking into the second and third week of January, we're going to have some big earnings reports. We'll move into the previous day's summary for the S&P 500. And here we are. The bell-to-bell high on the prior day came in at 24.91 quarter. Let me zoom in on this. 24, actually that's not going to work. 24.91 quarter. Was the previous high of the day for the bell-to-bell session. The bell-to-bell low was down at 23.97. Sentiment was 24.95. What a rally we had in that last hour. Value area high, 24.74. Quarter, point of control all the way down at 24.73.75. And then value area low down there near 24.18 quarter. European close 24.37 quarter. Volume 2,192,000 contracts. ES high 25.19 quarter for the overnight session. The overnight low down at 24.77.75. So pretty tight overnight range here compared to what we've been seeing. For our floor trader pivot points, support and resistance levels: R4A 26.83 half, R3 26.19 half, R2 25.55 quarter, R1 25 quarter. The pivot point for the day 24.61. S1 comes in at 24.31. S2 23.66. S3 23.36.75, and S4A 23.06 half. For our previous day, guys, another massive range, 94.25 points. The median's now 71 is the median, and the maximum is 123. The entire session we had a 101.75 point range. The median is 88. The maximum is 161. Overnight, 59 points, guys, in the first hour came in 32.25, but still we saw range expansion with us cleaning up to the upside towards the end of the day. Index strength, Dow closed up 1.1%, Russell 0.2%, Nasdaq 0.6%, S&P 0.97%. So really not that large of a percentage change, but obviously coming out of those lows midday, it was quite a reversal. We're averaging like 2% a day. Which is just unbelievable. Over the last 5 days, all markets are still negative. The Russell is the weakest, and the same could be said for a 10-day period where the Russell is the weakest market, down 8.6%. over the last 10 days. The strongest market over the last 10 days has been the Dow, which was the strongest market yesterday. So Dow's kind of leading our way forward here. We're well above value in all of the markets. Value area high 24.74 quarter hitting the S&P. Value area high in the Dow is all the way down at 22,727. No. 22,000, yeah. 22,700, that's crazy. We're very far above that. And then 1328, value area high in the Russell. And then for the NASDAQ, 62.3075. So we should stay above these value areas today if we're going to continue, value area high, if we're going to continue trending higher. Let me go ahead and pull up the S&P 500 here for us. So the S&P 500 had a 50% retracement to 23.99. Okay, so yesterday that level traded, and similar, like basically we rallied after 11 o'clock. The morning we sold on Wednesday. Morning, we sold on Wednesday. We sold and consolidated in an even tighter consolidation range yesterday. And then really it was at 2 o'clock East Coast time where the market just decided that it was a balloon pushed underwater. And we ripped off of those lows in 2 hours, over 100 points, which was just amazing to see that type of a move that fast. That was even faster of a move up than the prior day. Now the prior day was a big move up, but this one was a very fast move up. So very tactical. This is the type of sequence you will see, and I've been saying this for a while. This is the type of sequence you will see near bottoms of the markets. This is probably the largest one I've ever seen, just because of how big the pullback is. But basically we had a 120 point negative 23% profit target that has completed here in the overnight session, and the next target above that I would have would be the negative 61 at 25.83 if bulls can continue to ride up here. Now overnight there was a resistance level we were watching at 25.91 area yesterday. Now we traded into that level on the close. We are above that sequence. What I'm going to be looking for us to do here this morning, and what ideally would be the most bullish scenario, we could still pull back to overnight low. Okay, still pull back to overnight low 24.85. We're trading 25.05s right now, so that's a 20 point drop. But so far this week, we have sold from every morning. Now that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to sell from this morning, but Monday we sold in the morning. Even on Wednesday, Tuesday markets were closed. Wednesday we sold in the morning, and then Thursday we sold in the morning. So we have some recency bias and some recency type of trading where we are selling off in the morning. For us to sell down in the morning into the zone, that's what I want to see to start getting interested in longs. That level is 24.86. Now if we get bid straight up, the thing is we have come off a front run of the profit target, the long profit target. The long profit target was 25.20 from yesterday's halfway back, and everybody who got long there, go back in the chat room, I was saying hold, that's a 120 point profit target. There you go, 120 point profit target hit in the S&P in under 24 hours. Absolutely amazing. That's $6,000 of futures contract, which is enough if you have a one lot, enough to complete your combine times 2. But this move with that completion, because we completed, if we can't continue through this profit target, if we cannot continue through 25.20, we will pull full halfway back from Thursday again. So that is in the scenario, also the scenario of possibilities for today, a full halfway back from yesterday's lows, and we could maybe not trade that till like close. Let's see what that level is exactly. That level is, yeah, 20, around 24.57, 24.58. So if we cannot stay above overnight lows and cannot get bid above 25.20, we will pull back to 24.57 before seeing any support in the S&P 500. Moving on to gold, the level I'm looking at is 12.76. It's a halfway back long for Wednesday. Pretty simple, nothing as sophisticated as there is right now in the S&P. So 1276.3, I have an alert set there. And then to the Russell did not complete the halfway back long yet. The Russell's halfway back long completion is also a major resistance level, 1354.7. That is a major resistance level in the Russell and should be respected on the first test. The halfway back from the low of the week to high traded, it has an upside target of 1356, which is right near our resistance that I am currently looking at. The first level of support I'm looking at here for the Russell is once again down near overnight lows. It's going to be 1328.5. Okay, so I'd like to see a pullback in the morning down into those support levels and then a rotation out of that. So 1328.5 is that support level that I am looking for in the Russell, and it is an extension from the high of 1302 from the prior day. 1302 is the anchor. That is the pullback. Moving on to oil, a couple of big news events in oil today are definitely going to impact the outcome of oil. So let me actually pull this up here. So oil, for whatever reason, I think we usually have crude oil inventories on Wednesdays, but obviously the holidays. So crude oil inventories here at 11 a.m. and the Baker Hughes ring count. So East Coast time, crude oil inventories and Baker Hughes rig count both will impact oil. Right now we are set up in a halfway back long from the swing low because we did break the downtrend. As you can see, there was a pretty clear and visible downtrend here in oil. There is so much momentum though to the downside. It depends on really what we're set up to, but right now this halfway back long is at 44.68, and that's the only level I'd be looking to participate in. We already traded it once yesterday, twice, 3 times in the overnight session, so it's really tough. I personally, if I wasn't, if you're taking a new trade at that 50%, I would just wait because you have a news event and it is no longer the first test. You'd be running into a 4th test situation. So either wait till it completes or wait till post news event to get in oil. For the NASDAQ, guys, NASDAQ's really strong here. So the NASDAQ the NASDAQ had the biggest move out of lows on Wednesday. It was the largest percentage change. Full halfway back in the NASDAQ, 60.65 was that profit, or I'm sorry, was that 50% retracement, and then the negative 23% profit target is going to be about 360 points. It's over a 5% move from that pullback into that profit target. So 64.25 is going to be that profit target here today in the NASDAQ with the completion, and I have no resistance till 65.22 above that. So ideally I'd like to see the NASDAQ hit that target and then actually begin an extension, but I'm going in today in these indexes with a bullish bias. I want the price action that I'm anticipating to confirm, but you can see there's nobody I don't think there's many technicians who look at what was the largest point gain in history for the I think it was for the S&P and the Dow in a single day. That was on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we had the largest percentage reversal since, I believe, 2011. So the largest intraday reversal since 2011. Now, I saw somebody had mentioned, and I've seen it in the news, that apparently there's some hedge fund reallocations. They're selling bonds, buying stocks. None of that news matters to me, and truly, it shouldn't matter to you guys. If everybody knew that, we had this clear technical setup yesterday morning, 6 hours before the market set up in a long position. We were predicting this to happen. So is it technical analysis, or are you going to trade on news? Me personally, I trade on technical analysis. So regardless of why the market's going higher, does not matter to me. There's always going to be news and rumors on both sides of the fence. You have to trade the technicals. Right now, the technicals have upside targets in all of these indexes. Moving on to the Dow. The Dow is the last index here we're going to go over this morning. The Dow has completed the full negative 23% profit target to the tick from yesterday's pullback. Okay, so the S&P and the Dow have completed in the overnight session. The first level of pullback I would look at here in the Dow is 23,086. Okay, so 23,086. I want to mark that up with an alert. Okay, if that does not hold, I'm just gonna be looking for the full halfway back long, and that's 22.08. If this is a true reversal, we should go through targets. If this is a true reversal, we should move through our profit targets at 23,375 and begin extensions. Otherwise, we could still get a pullback. Next major resistance level I have above in the Dow is 24,209. And guys, this sell-off we've had here in December, last month of the year, is so big. It would be a absolute cinch for us to retrace half that move, and half of that move is all the way up at 25.65. So let me see what the whole top to bottom move is here in the S&P. So from the high of December 3rd to the low, 497 point decline. Okay, so for us to pull back and rally 250 points off lows is no problem. So, and that would lead us right up into the halfway back short there, near 25.62. You know, and I mean this selling was so aggressive into a new low. As soon as it reverses, it's very aggressive too. Now, we are not out of the woodwork by any means for the bears, but they basically completed larger targets, and now we have completely rallied. We need to run into the next bear setup. In the next bear setup, there's the extension at 25.43, and then the full halfway back at 25.63. But if we get up to 25.43, that'll be the first actual major resistance level I have above. If we sell off from the current high here, all that means is we sold off from a profit target. It's not a resistance level, it's a profit target. But that's going to wrap up my fib talk here this morning. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, guys. Leave your comments in the video below. And if you're serious about learning to trade, I would definitely check out the MLT Pro Trader course, where we help you get funded with $50,000 through our trading partners and learn all of the strategies I talk about and teach here every single morning. If you're confused by any of this, you'll find all of the information in that course. Remember to pursue with passion, remove self-doubt, and succeed with effort. Everybody enjoy the last Friday of the year. I'll see you guys in 2019. Take care.